Hello, my name is Liza, and today I'd like to share with you how I made my version of the pizza pan wine sign. I used items that I already had in my stash, but most were from DollarTree. For example, the pizza pan, the wine placemat. I happen to have 2 packages of the grapes. You'll need 1 and a partial of these wired ribbon, and of course some wine corks. Now, full disclosure, when I first made this and hung it up, I only had hot glue, but I had to go back and use some Gorilla Glue to keep my grapes from falling out of my pan. So if you have this stuff works great. First thing I did was I used a splatter screen as my template to cut out my placemat into a circle. Then I used some of this tacky glue to glue my placemat into my pie pan. Then I took a pot of water and I brought it to a boil, and I added my wine corks and boiled them for 10 minutes. Now, my husband drinks cheap wine, so these aren't corky corks, they're plastic corks. But this method works really well for cutting these in half. The only trick is keep them in the hot water and just take out 5 at a time, because as soon as they cool, they're hard to cut. But they just cut right in half with a serrated steak knife. So here you can see. Then I had a ruler. This was just so that I could measure, and it's about maybe a 2-inch wide ruler. And I'm going to start pleating my ribbon. And I just took it halfway to the fold, and I just kept pleating it in one direction. Once the whole entire ribbon was pleated, I placed it in my pie pan, and then I saw that it was a little too short. So I made my pleats a little wider as I was gluing them into the pie pan. I hot glued them onto the actual rim of the pie pan because I'm going to be covering that up with corks anyway. At this point, I thought, well, maybe I'm just going to put a big old bow and some flowers on, so I didn't add any ribbon. But later, I did add some more ribbon to it, so you might want to do that while you have a chance. Next, I took some hot glue and I glued my corks down, the ends onto the placemat and then some onto the ribbon, and I went all the way around my pie pan. Then I thought, well, it really starting to look like a wine barrel. I don't know, in my warped brain it did. So that's when I decided I was going to use my grapes instead of flowers and a ribbon. And I hot glued them in. But like I said, once it was on the wall and for a day, the grapes fell out. So I used that Gorilla Glue, and that has been holding up for a week now. To hang this up, I just used a top of a can with some hot glue, and I reinforced it with more hot glue and some ribbon. And this is what it looks like hanging up. And here it is in my family room over my little wine bottle, wine glass holder, and it's really cute. I hope you enjoyed my project. If you did, please give my video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and as always, if you aren't a subscriber, please consider doing so. I'll be back again soon with another project. Please stay well. Take care.